Welcome back to the channel, guys. Good to see everybody. Today is going to be a great video on XRP and why I think XRP is going to make it big. Just to remind you guys, this is not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. So, Bitcoin hitting $11,000 last night. Today is June 22nd. Incredible bull run. We're seeing some massive developments in the space. And let me just tell you guys, it's getting heated up. The field's getting heated up, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling good. I'm heavily invested. I've got my allocation. Things are moving well. Now, XRP, a little steady here. We noticed not too much. It moved a little bit, but not nearly as much as Bitcoin's price. But we did see a pretty instrumental increase. About 15%, 10, 15%. We hit almost 50 cents. This graph is not accurate, just because, if we look here, it's a little bit better. So we barely almost touched 50 cents. Big development, from XRP. So we're seeing some massive growth in the space. It's retraced back to around 47. But we're hanging around this mid 48-cent range now, and very exciting. Very, very exciting to see this kind of action. XRP is at a high since I think probably September of 2018 when it had that massive 100% increase. Really great to see. Very happy to see this, and I want to show you guys some quick articles that I've been reading about XRP. Again, I wouldn't freak too much out about how XRP's price relative to Bitcoin isn't quite there yet. I think the alts or the alternative coins to Bitcoin will start to pump eventually. No guarantees here. I have most of my allocation in those coins, so would be nice to see. But we are seeing a nice percentage here of 16.5% almost for this week, which is great. So first article I want to share with you guys is from newsbtc.com, up 15.1%, Ripple XRP likely to emulate BTC's performance. Now, of course, we haven't caught on yet, but, could see some great things coming on from XRP. It's talking about how Facebook's Libra coin that just was recently announced this week, they officially named it Libra coin for some reason, aware that Libra coin could disrupt its existing financial and money transfer landscape, Ripple could offer a way through. They're saying how Ripple is going to leverage its banking partnerships, which is very possible, to make a case for itself. I think that the real selling here is that it has so many established partnerships. It's so well respected. The transaction speeds are next to none in terms of its incredible architecture and speed. But at the same time, you could transfer from bank to bank globally, where Facebook's Libra coin is so far from what we understand is simply on the platform, not nearly as much use there, and not much of a hedge of an investment. So XRP, I think they're going to have some kind of a dollar backing in terms of an insurance kind of policy against XRP. So they're going to make something in the financial system in that system that is a little bit as a hedge for investors, if that makes any sense. So you're not going to actually lose money from the fluctuations of XRP. It's something that they're going to develop that will make it so holding the token isn't very risky to these banks that are saying, oh, what if XRP's price decreases? They're going to have a solution for that. So really cool. Really great. Everything's going really well for XRP, and I think it's going to be huge, guys. We could probably see prices of, in my opinion, in the $50 range. $200 range in the long term isn't impossible. I really think we can hit $200 in the next 5 to 6, 7 years if just hold it. If I'm going to show you guys one more article real quick, and then I'll kind of explain what I was talking about. And I think you guys should stay around for the end of the video to hear my prediction. XRP price will soon reach all-time highs as buying pressure mounts. We're starting to see some extreme buying pressure from a lot of the investors in the space, especially with this new surge, and I think it will go past all-time highs. This guy's saying it could hit all-time highs of at least I think it was 360, 384, something like that. But I think we could go higher. This quote's pretty funny right here. People who told you XRP would not go anywhere, just remember how ignorant they are. This will reach all-time highs. No one gives a shit if it's a bank coin or not, decentralized or not. All that matters is that you can make a shitload of money from it, period. Be careful who you follow. Hilarious article. There is some merit to it, but I think whoever invests in the coin contributes to its overall growth and believes in the project. I mean, if you're in it for the money, that works. That's fine. I'm sure you'll make some money. I hope we all do from this, but I just want to go back to this chart and just kind of highlight here kind of the gains we've seen. We saw, of course, the all-time high here back in January of 2018. Beautiful time. And then we saw a huge decrease in the price, but a small spike here. I mean, this was interesting. It went almost double. It almost doubled all the way in price. It was great, and then we saw a retracement. But what I'm trying to say is, this is a really promising project. Again, if you're looking to get into any cryptocurrency, I'd recommend XRP because the price is not its relative price to Bitcoin. I mean, if you look back in 20, let's just talk about, I guess, back when Bitcoin was 10K, we're looking probably around March or April of last year. Maybe, I can't remember, maybe May. I mean, XRP was like 85 cents. I mean, this is back when Bitcoin was at that level. Now it's at the same price, around 10, 11,000, and we're looking at it at the same price at around 40, 50 cents. So we're looking at a 30 to 40 cent differential in the price. So XRP hasn't caught up, and I think the alts will. It just hasn't been that time yet, and I think they're pumping Bitcoin for a purposeful reason to kind of get speculation going. So we could see a huge surge, and there's still a chance to have XRP at a low price. Bitcoin, I wouldn't recommend buying that as much right now. If you haven't bought too much, because it's simply, not it's risen too much, and you still can get a pretty good discount on the other coins which have not surged, in my opinion. I mean, we could see them go lower. I don't think it's possible. I mean, again, it's so hard to tell with these markets and the manipulation. I mean, you can't really tell, but XRP, I really think we could hit 200 in the long run, maybe even 300 if we look at the adoption, the use case, the partnerships are just going to continue to surge. The thing's going to go nuts. I'm talking like 6-8 years, maybe a little bit more. I think in the short term, in the next few years, we can see $20, maybe in 4 or 5 years, 50, which is insane. Just absolutely ludicrous prices. I really think. I mean, if we're looking at the last bull run, which was 384, I mean, this is going to crush the previous all-time high, and it always does. This is just what happens. So don't be fooled by this. This just looks larger in the graph, but this increase here was even bigger, going from this price, 0.008 or 0069 cents, all the way to 22 cents. Is a much larger increase than this. So this is just the beginning. If you had bought here somehow, that would have been incredible. But unfortunately, these prices are vaporizing, gone. It won't be that price anymore. But we know what I'm trying to say is opportunity here is massive, guys. Don't let it go. Don't let it slip. XRP, let's go, baby. Let's go to $200 long term. If you were to hold on to any coin for the long period of time, I'd recommend this one. And that's just my opinion. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think. What are your thoughts on this bull market? What are your thoughts on buying XRP at this price? Still a pretty good price to buy. And what are your thoughts about XRP's future with Libra coin? Would love to hear. Thanks a lot, guys.